Kai Wu, The Shadow. And I made a little announcement, and this is the start of my YouTube journey. I've already had a YouTube, but I just put on kind of like mini documentaries of my fights and stuff. But recently, I got to train with newly signed 1FC fighter Jeff Chan, who's also a YouTuber, MMA Shredded. I got to sit down with him and train with him for a couple weeks in Taiwan. Um, and he convinced me. He convinced me to finally, do tutorials and do breakdowns kind of like him. And if you look back on my Instagram, probably 4 years ago, I actually was doing, when Instagram was still 15-second clips, I was doing mini breakdowns of techniques and moves and stuff. But I guess I just didn't stick to it because I was afraid somebody's going to steal my technique or something. And that was ironic, right? I post videos up to try to teach people, but I was afraid of also sharing it at the same time. And I was like 16, 17 when I was doing it. Now I've got a lot more experience. I've been a pro fighter now for almost 2 years. I fought a lot during that time, and I've had a 2-year, 3-year amateur career. So I've been fighting competitively for about 5 years now. And Jeff really just kind of pushed me over the edge and sat down and said, "Hey, why don't you do this?" He mentioned that my technique was a little bit unorthodox, and I've got that a lot from people. So that just kind of further confirmed it. That I present this unique style / unorthodox, weird, good or bad. I'm still not sure yet. My records, I have a winning record, so I think it's good. But I definitely look forward to doing this little journey and adding my own little twists and turns to this YouTube kind of like journey. And I appreciate everybody that supported me so far, but I definitely am excited to kind of like do this YouTube thing. I'm still new to it and still don't really know how to talk to a camera. Like I've done a bunch of interviews and podcasts and whatnot, but usually there's people asking questions. So, but I'll definitely adapt to it like I do in some of my fights and stuff. But I definitely appreciate everybody that supported me this far on this journey. All my sponsors, all my supporters, all my friends, families, fans, But one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this too was because recently in Taiwan, I got to train with some of the talented guys out here, and they actually imitate my footwork, and they tell me, they're like, "Hey man, this is cool. Like I like the way you fight. This is I look up to you." And some of them are very talented, but they just, unfortunately, the level of training here in Taiwan isn't very high just yet. And I'm not that much better than these guys in terms of skill level. I mean, these guys are very talented. And I just feel like the only difference that separates me and them is my level of training back in California was a lot higher, is a lot higher. And with these guys, I want to definitely give them this advantage. Martial artists around the world, people that don't have the luxury or fortune, they're not fortunate enough to train with high-level coaches or train at a very nice gym. They want to practice on their own. Some of them are just martial artists. They just want to train and get better. It's no different than a painter who just likes to, or an artist who just likes to draw, So I definitely want to share some of the knowledge I've accumulated over the years, what's worked for me and what hasn't. And everything that I teach, it's basically my experience. I will never teach a move that I watched on TV and just go like, "Hey, I have no experience on this move, let me teach you." I'll never do that. I'll only give you guys moves that I'm familiar with, and if I'm not familiar with it, I'll practice it first and then tell you guys the do's and don'ts, and then you guys can experience it for yourself. But I'll always try to share a different philosophy to the technique. I'm a purple belt under Dave Camarillo, and I have picked up on a lot of his philosophy as well, and it definitely helped my martial arts career. But I haven't exactly gone down the route that he is in, because we're kind of different generations. So I'm hoping that I get the positives from his teachings passed down to me, and then whatever I've accumulated over the years, teach it to everybody else. I will be teaching in Mandarin sometimes, so I will have these Chinese subtitles or characters in my videos. So the fans in Asia could definitely get to watch my videos and read, because I feel like there's a lot of English videos that they don't get translated very well over here, because I still see some of the mistakes, even though the video is very, very articulate. The person's very good. It's just there's a language barrier. So my goal is to just showcase my martial arts and introduce new techniques and philosophies and mindsets, and hopefully just grow along the way. And this is just another little journey. So I appreciate everybody that supported me so far again. And hopefully we get to look back on this video like 5 years from now and just be like, wow, I can't wait to see what's in store 5 years from now. You know, essentially that's kind of like what I'm thinking about. I'm the type of person that I'm either all in or all out. I don't do anything kind of like halfway. So I look forward to starting this new journey. And I appreciate all the support. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And be on the lookout for some new content coming soon. I'll be posting quite frequently. So thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.